It's the morning after your previous battle. You all had the opportunity to rest, and with your preparations made, you set off into the mountains. The other two of you here, Idlier and Otto, haven't been this way before, and you find the lay of the land unfamiliar. Carnation, however, having travelled this way, both north and then south, albeit the latter was in quite a bit of a rush, you find the terrain familiar, but roll an intelligence check for me.
Okay.
You just click the modifier on your stats.
So to the left?
Yeah, furthest left, and
Yeah.
just click the...
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So you remember sort of roughly where you rejoined the path during your escape. And it's getting towards about afternoon when you did the others off it. You break for a quick lunch before heading onwards. If there's anything you wish to discuss about the layout of the encampment or anywhere else, I will. Carnation knows whatever you choose for her to know, and I'll just give everyone the information as necessary. If you want to plan your escapade.
Carnation isn't much for planning, so she wouldn't necessarily say anything unless someone asked her.
Okay. I suppose that's Otto and Ilya then.
Well, before we reach this place, how flat out they expect it to be?
Sorry?
How flat out they expect it to be? Will we need a torch? Is there any...
Flat out is in, like, how far away from here?
No, it's how busy is it? Like, how populated is it?
Yeah, she would have noticed that.
Would have or wouldn't have?
She would have.
Okay. So, there's... what you remember is that the bandits that brought you in then went into a room that roll temporally misaligned perception check for me.
What?
Roll a perception check for your past self.
Ah, yeah. So,
just perception.
What did you say I should roll? Perception.
Just perception, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. You just saw them head into a room opposite the entrance they brought you in through. One of the guards who was in there led you down to a much larger room where everyone else who'd been taken was staying. Opposite that room, outside was a yard where they were doing the testing on those with fair powers, so magic and other things, essentially. You do remember as well that the large room you were brought to had a trapdoor in the corner which led down to a basement and assumedly a mine, but you were never taken there. It's not swarming with guards. There's probably maybe about the same number. There's probably like the same, if not slightly less, guards as there are those they've taken in. But it's not a overly large building necessarily.
Oh well, it's not that big, but there were some guards, and they have some room near where I came in, and yeah, then well, there was a bunch of prisoners, and I think the guards seemed to be about as many as we, but yeah, they there was a yard and some stuff, and yeah, something like that. It's not that big.
Well, seems at least that there's more than we can just bonnet bang and then have some bangers too. So, leaning back in his seat a bit, Otto will kind of scratch his shin, completely disregarding that he needs to actually steer the thing. Do you want me to roll for see what happens, considering that I'm not steering?
And this is during the short rest, I assumed.
I was assuming we were doing this while we were traveling.
You can do it after the short rest if you want. That's fine. Sure, roll for it.
What do you want me to roll for this?
Dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Yeah, no bother. You sort of suddenly realise after a moment, oh shit, and you go about to grab the wheel, but nothing's like gone wrong. It's a few hours of... Go ahead.
What if we were to catch one of the guards on his way to join his mates? And then were to say that whoever nicks his clothes tends to be a guard. And it says that the original guard shot a sickie.
Ah. Well. Oh. Well, I suppose we could do that, but I might have another way, so we don't need any clothing.
Well, I suppose we could split up. If you feel like you're confident sneaking around as a girl, then perhaps we two could try and get in from, so to speak, unnoticed and try and find where they're keeping all the prisoners and potentially see if we can find a way to spring them.
Well, that sounds fun.
Then once that chaos breaks out, you would be in a position where you could probably mitigate any resistance, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. You're for, Lassie.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Guess we'll be taking the old pram inside.
As you finish your planning, you realise that the road that you're travelling now is starting to look like it's more of a proper road rather than just off the beaten track, so to speak. As if now that you've gone far enough away from the main road, you've now got onto the road that these people actually use themselves.
What is that?
Do you keep travelling along it, or do you want to sort of go adjacent to it to stay off the path in case anyone's coming along it?
I'm gonna keep watch, but as soon as I see any potential watchtower in the distance, I'm gonna stop before they can spot.
Alright. It's a few hours more before you see an approaching rock formation. It's quite large, but you can see that the road goes right into the middle of it. Carnation, you recognize this as where the building is located.
Ah, this should be it.
Right.
It's at that exact moment that you see the roof of a distant watchtower within the formation start to peek over their eyes.
Considering the distance, I got an idea here. Otto will give a smirk and just... Oj, Arla. What if you disguise yourself as a god? Considering that you know the layout to some extent, it seems like there will be fair dinkum to believe you. Meanwhile, while you go ahead and do that, we'll wait for a couple of minutes until you manage to get inside. Once you do, I'll start a scene by approaching straight for the gate and then hold them off. In that chaos, you'll actually sneak inside and try and spring the prisoners. Together the two of you can help prevent the guards from interfering while I keep them busy at the front gate.
Well, that sounds fun.
That really does sound fun.
Well, I mean, at least a hard jacket to you two. I just need to do some... He kind of cracked his knuckle. Good old servo on him.
Did you stop, or are you still approaching at this point?
Still stopping.
Okay. As you finish this conversation, you see that on top of the rock rise itself, there seems to be a sort of winding path that leads up the side of it. Although from where you currently are, the top of the rise appears to be unguarded. So if you wanted to, you could probably take all your stuff up to the top of the rise to get a good look over the complex rather than just charging without seeing anything.
Well, we can do that while the gnome sneaks in at pretending to be a guard.
Roll another intelligence check for me.
Me?
Carnation.
Okay.
You see nothing wrong with this plan. Oh boy.
Sound good.
So then, so I'm guessing you're going to split at the side, and then Carnation will disguise self as a guard and approach the front gate while the two of you head up to the top.
Yes, once we know that Carnation has gone fully inside, I'm gonna rev the engines and charge headfirst for the front gate to cause chaos.
I will
During
point out
that-
the top of the rise is probably at least 60 feet to the ground.
That's fine.
Do you know? Is your equipment going to survive that kind of drop?
I don't know.
Okay. If you say so. Do you want Carnation then? While the other two are going up, do you want to wait any amount of time before going to the front gate, just to give them time to get into position?
Yeah, but depends. Like, did Otto say sort of that they would go up while I sneak in, or how did he phrase it again?
This is before you split. So mine.
Yes.
So it essentially is that if you went to the front while they went up, You'd be inside by the time they got to the top. But if you waited, they would have a view of you approaching, in case anything went wrong.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't think about that.
Okay, fair enough. So you'll just head off right away then.
Yes. Well, I cast disguise self.
Alright, you've got that going then.
Yep. Got to know.
You should be able to see just the bottom left corner. All of you?
Yes.
Alright, so the pathway for you two leads up to the eastern wall here. So I'll put you two up there. Just like that. So feel free to position yourselves however you want. Can you see each other's view lines or not?
No idea.
Can you see? Can you still see the bottom left?
No.
Okay. In that case, I need
And
to.
I cannot see what they see.
Okay. In that case, dynamic lighting. There should be something that allows to share vision. Maybe it's.
I mean, does that make sense? Oh.
I mean, I'm just trying to see. It would make it easier, but I don't mind too much. We can worry about it later then. Okay. So, do you two on the east want to stay on the east, or do you want to head around to get to sort of scope out the layout of this place?
I'm putting myself into a position where I can keep watch over the front entrance only, really.
Okay, so you want to get.
Scout.
Okay, so do you want to head to the western side then, Otto?
Probably.
Okay, so you head around. As you do so, let me move you over to here. And dynamic lighting. Delete those. You get a view of the yard below.
Okay.
You see two guards standing guard at a gate that's nearly 15 foot wide.
Is that looking to be the main gate?
No, the main gate is further south. I'll show you that in a second. You see two guards patrolling the watchtower. One keeping lookout over the yard, and one keeping lookout to the south.
Mm-hmm.
And you see two, what seem to be guards, but sort of magic users, sort of directing the people they've captured and sort of testing things.
Also, can I retroactively have done something during the rest of the
Yes,
realize
of
that
course.
I have as an option?
Of course.
I am going to replace one of my infusions.
Okay.
I want to replace the Wand of Secrets
Mm-hmm.
with, because I believe it's in the list of stuff I can make at this level. Yeah, I can make Sending Stones.
Okay, so you're dropping, and you have
Wand of Secrets.
you're
Yeah.
dropping Wand of Secrets, which is you have two infusions, right? The other one is the buff to Ilya's weapon. Right.
No, so I have 4 possible infusions that I can have at the same time.
Okay, so you currently have the armor, I'm assuming.
I have armor, returning weapon, rope of climbing, and Wand of Secrets. I want to replace Wand of Secrets with
Okay.
Sending Stones.
Yeah. Okay. So who do you? Is it 2 stones or 3 stones?
In pairs.
Okay. Let me also, while you're doing that, I'll move Ilya around with you because you'll be seeing this too. So you've each got 2 Sending Stones then, 1 to each person.
Yeah. By doing so, I will have to replace the returning weapon, I think, though.
I mean, you could also just do just a pair of Sending Stones, 1 for the 2 of you and 1 for Carnation if you wanted to.
Yes, but like to actually create them, like summon them, I need to use one of my 2 infusion slots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you figure all the specifics out on that then.
Yes.
The last thing you see then is the main gate, which is down here with these 2 guards.
All right.
The doorway is only roughly only wide enough to accommodate a couple of people walking side by side. It is not wide enough to accommodate your machine.
Mm.
However, while you were scouting around, you did notice that there were some rather large windows on the northern wall and the eastern wall that, in a pinch, you could probably break through if you didn't want to start in the yard. If you didn't want to jump down into the yard and make your way into the inside through that doorway.
Can I analyze the whatever this stronghold is? It's the material of the walls and where I think it would be load bearing or not.
Roll investigation. Disadvantage from the
Investigation?
distance. Disadvantage from the distance.
Investigation with disadvantage. Okay.
Yes. Okay. 12. You surmise that it seems to have been built not quite hastily or sloppily, but certainly out of whatever was available. You surmise probably mud brick or something similar. And while it does seem to have been cleaned up a lot since it was first created, you could probably get through it with some effort. Although you don't know what would happen if you did, or whether it would cause any major structural damage.
Okay.
Okay, so the two of you are up on the western wall then. So you have the view down into the yard, and you have the view of the watchtower. Let me make sure that I need to delete this as well because you can see the whole thing. There you go, and this little bit here too. Okay. So yeah, the two guards are standing watch over this gate, and this is the front entrance here. So Carnation, you are disguised as a guard then?
Yes.
Let's begin.
As we see, like just about as we reach this point, I lean over in my seat to Ilya and go, all right, once I know what's inside, I'm going to charge for that main gate over there. That should attract the attention from the people in the yard over there, which means that you have an opportunity to sneak in.
All right.
Also here, take this. And I throw her the grappling hook.
Okay.
Probably have more use of it than I do in this.
Huh.
I want you two to roll stealth checks.
Oh, sweet lord.
Do we get anything from the like the distance we're at?
I'll say advantage also because you got the high ground.
Okay, so I'm normal then.
Loading.
So Ilya's rolling advantage on stealth, and you're rolling regular. Better hope Ilya rolls high.
Let the page load for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was advantage,
Yeah.
stealth, was it?
Yep.
Okay.
10's fine.
Oi.
As you two are having this discussion and you throw the grappling hook, the sun glints off it. One of the guards at the watchtower seems to notice it, but you're too far away to. But you're just enough out of sight that the grappling hook barely peeked over the edge of their sight line.
I go immediately.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean you go immediately?
Like no, I like make that sound immediately. Or
Well,
did the microphone not pick it up?
no, I didn't. Sorry.
Got her. I went.
I don't know.
I tried to sound like a raven so that it sounds
Oh.
like or a crow because crows like like to pick shiny things.
Roll performance.
Normal performance.
Normal
There we go.
performance. Good enough. You hear here's a sense of the guy just shrugs and goes back to his round. Carnation.
I gave a very smug grin after having managed to avoid no.
Ilya just face palms.
You approach the front gate then.
Yes.
As you do, the guards see you, and as you approach, they hold up their hands, sort of halt. How do you respond?
Oh, hello there, my old friends.
I've seen you around here before.
And I was thinking that I would make myself look like one of the guards we met earlier.
You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and appear in your body shape. You can't change your
yeah.
body type, so you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. As a gnome,
Okay, just 1 foot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why
1 foot tall. 1 foot tall would probably make you sort of half. Probably, Tino's D&D size is better than I do. Would 1 foot taller than the average gnome be too short to be a believable human?
Yes, it would be like teenager size at best. That's why I said, rather than being an existing guard, should pretend to be someone who is to say that one of their usual guard, Shakasiki, and thus you're pretending to be their like replacement.
Oh yeah. Well, I was sent here because one of the other guards had a bit of a problem and couldn't come today.
They sort of look between each other. Roll deception.
Nice.
One of the guards approaches you and looks down at you.
What does the check mark mean again?
Which mark? Sorry.
The
The check mark means proficiency.
Ah, yeah.
So
Okay.
you rolled a 2 and you added your
Yeah.
charisma and your proficiency bonus for a total of 6. The guard approaches you and looks down, sort of. We ain't had any guards off sick, and even if we did, we all live on site. Now then, want to try again? He seems to be. He looks over to the other guard, who nods and heads and opens the door. As he does open the door, you can see inside to the corridor for a brief moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do we notice what's going on?
You do. You see them talking, and you see one guard nod to the other, and the one that was nodded to goes inside.
Alright, change of plans. I shook Ilya one of the sending stones.
Okay. Choose where you want to be on the western wall, then.
And then I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna cause the distraction. Grab the gnome and head inside, alright?
Alright.
I'm gonna rev up the engine and head for the yard gate instead.
Oh boy. So as Ilya begins to run south, making your way down the wall, roll a athletics or acrobatics, Ilya.
She does have the grappling hook.
That's true. I don't know if that does anything mechanically.
No, it helps
Okay.
climbing down.
Okay, I'll say roll athletics or acrobatics with advantage then to get down the wall.
Alright.
The event will happen after the crash, but I just want to check the roll.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll do that easily then. So what you'll end up doing is you'll make your way south to about this point here, and you'll end up climbing down. Hang on, I need to zoom in because otherwise I'm just grabbing the things that like change your markers. Like you'll like sort of come down this cliff here, and then down to this point here. See, that's what I meant. Down to this point. Down to this point here.
I became white for a second.
And then down to this point here, roughly, is where you'll end up.
Yeah.
Okay, Otto then.
Yes, I'm gonna rev up the engines, head out so that they see me like coming towards them. While I'm in the air, before landing,
Mm-hmm.
I activate the postman.
Okay, and you're
And do
in
like a superhero style landing.
you're in infiltrator mode at the moment, or are you in guardian
No,
mode?
I just disregarded changing.
Okay, so you're on Guardian then. Roll athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage because it's the mech, not you.
All right. In that case, then it would be. But question.
Yeah.
I believe. Let's see. Is it this one?
Part of me
Yeah,
one.
question.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
question here. Since this is technically using a land vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
do I get proficiency for it as well on top of proficiency?
I would say yeah. I would say yes. So make your rolls and then add your proficiency modifier again manually.
So yeah, so I'm gonna do this roll then and then add +2 to it.
Yes. So disadvantage athletics 16 plus 2, 18. Yeah, you're fine. So you sort of rev it up, sort of, and you see the guards sort of look up in confusion. You drive in a circle up on the rock to gain some speed before heading forwards and driving off the cliff. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet. You get about here as you're coming down, and you land about here.
And I shout as I'm landing. I shout to drag the attention to me. I shout, "Cowabunga!" And then I slam into the ground.
Okay, you are now 10 by 10. You avoid hitting anybody, thankfully for those who are in the yard, and the prisoners who sort of see you land sort of step away in shock, while the guards do the same but quickly recover and sort of, everyone inside now. As they open inside, you can see inside into the hallways.
I am going to see the situation. How are the prisoners being kept?
You can't. What you see at the moment is they open the doors and all of them flood inside.
Yeah, so the ones that are outside, how are they organized, so to speak? Are they being like shackled or?
No, they're not. They're not like limited in any way necessarily.
Okay.
They just seem to sort of be just cowed into not fighting back. As they stream through the doors, however, you see a second set of doors open inside into a large room, where you see distant figures about probably 100 or so feet off on the opposite wall. And then a moment later, the door closes again. The two guards who are outside, along with the two mages who sort of move backwards to keep track of things, all step forward and...
Why did you move me forward?
Sorry.
I'm just thinking because if I was that far forward, I would get attack of opportunity.
No. I would have said you probably would have moved forward, but if not, that was me not thinking. Sorry.
No, I don't mind it. I would be going for the door to distract them before they can recover. It's just that I would have gotten an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, the mages sort of would have moved back probably around the same time as you see, and you have the same move speed, so they wouldn't have been within range.
All right.
You still have the elements of surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to charge for the door?
Yes.
Okay. As you roll, roll a general attack for me.
Okay. With anything particular?
Nope. Just your standard mech attack. What's that plus?
3 plus proficiency, so 5.
So 12. Yeah, that hits the door. It's a door. It doesn't have a very high AC. As the guards are closing the door, you approach and shoulder charge it, utterly shattering the wood and making your
Alright.
way inside. I'm going to take away this wall. Oh god, the whole thing. Yeah, the whole outside is a wall. Never mind. Let's take away this wall then, just to make it easier. Yeah, the entire rest is like its own wall. So I forgot about that. So that should now make it easier for everyone to see. So you're now in this long hallway that seems to run the entire length of the building. That's just wide enough to accommodate you. Meanwhile, to the south, the guard that's interrogating Incarnation hears and sees this sight as well and looks up, and sort of seems stunned by this massive vehicle sort of falling into the yard as it transforms. Incarnation, do you want to do anything while they're distracted?
Let's see here. So. Yes, actually. Let's see. Yes. I want to cast this.
Okay. Oh boy. I'll put
Which
it
is
in...
a bonus action.
Yes, it is. So this is essentially a surprise round for the three of you right now. So we'll roll initiative after this. So you cast Expeditious Retreat on yourself.
Yes.
You now can so now as your action, you can dash. As a bonus action, you can dash due to Expeditious Retreat, and you have your movement. So your movement every turn, assuming you take double dash, is 75 feet. So, are you going to just rush inside past the guard?
Yes.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you make your way inside. To the south, you barely catch a glimpse of the same thing you did when you came in, which is what seems to be sort of a weapon racks and armor racks for the guards. The guard that was inside has made his way up to about here at this point. You still have about 45 feet of movement.
Yeah. So it was up that the prisoners were kept.
Yes. You can see right now where Otto sort of crashed in. The door right next to him is the room you remember.
Yeah, I mean, I start running there.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You get paced with this guard, who just looks through, he's like, huh? Wondering how you got here so fast. Ilya, by this point, you probably would have made it to about here. The other guard sort of is still looking around, wondering where Carnation went and hasn't noticed you yet. Probably too far away to make an attack, but you can at least start making your way towards the door if you want.
Yeah, I will do that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do you dash?
Sure, yeah.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You get level with him. Alright then. Well, I want you all three of you to roll initiative. Now that surprise round's over.
I'm having a good day today.
Yep. Let's see. This guard is going to roll initiative. As is the other one next to Otto. And 2 mages. And the the 2 guards with crossbows. Not that they have crossbow on their action list, but whatever. And then the guard next to Ilya. And the guard next to Carnation.
I'm also gonna mumble over the Sanding Stone. This warrior instructor, head inside and see what you can find who's behind all this.
All right.
Ilya, your turn. Okay.
I will just move closer to the guard next to me, and just use my scythe.
Alright, make an attack with your scythe. That's a miss.
It's starting again. I'm giving up.
You still have 25 feet of movement, but if you move away, you get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's fine. He'll probably won't hit. If he
Fair
does,
enough,
you got way more HP than them anyway.
Yeah, I will just try heading inside. Then.
Okay, 10, 50, to 10, 15 gets an attack of opportunity against you. With a... How much AC do they have? Okay, so that was that plus that. Okay, so most of these guys have shields and spears, so one-handed spear attack. Yep, misses. 15. There's a door in front of you, and there's a room to the right. You see Carnation has sort of blurred past you to the left. Which way do you wish to go?
The door.
You tried. It's locked.
Alright, that's not good.
It's a shame that the person who has a knock has moved on.
Yes. Do you want to head north or south now?
Since those two are north, I will go south.
Okay. In that case, I'd say you went to this plan instead. So 30 to here. Otto, your turn.
Yes. How many guards are currently around me?
There's 2 outside, including the two mages who are assumedly on the enemies as well. You see one guard running up to your right, followed very quickly by Carnation, and you see Ilya in the distance.
All right.
You don't see anybody else right now.
Considering the situation and the fact that I want to just cause as much chaos as possible right now to everyone,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up to here again,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast at, I believe I only have first level. Yes, I'm gonna cast at first level.
Okay. That's a Constitution.
Bloody hell!
That you rolled 2 you rolled double 8s on that. Holy shit. Is that half damage on a success?
Yes, I believe it is half damage on a success, and they, of course, don't get the pushback if they save.
That's a success. So 8 damage to this one. It's a 15-foot cube around yourself, right?
Originating from me.
Okay, let me check. Let me do this guard's con save. Success, 8 damage. 5. Yeah, you don't hit either of the mages. But both the guards take 8 damage.
And I assume that every guard in the complex now knows of me.
They all do hear the thunderclap, yes.
Because it's 300 feet sound range.
Yeah, everyone's going to have heard the peal of thunder.
Alright. I'm then going to use my bonus action to punch the guard right next to me.
Remind me how you can attack as a bonus action.
Because I count as having 2 light simple weapons.
Gotcha. Okay, so make an attack. So it's d20 plus
Alright.
5, I believe you said?
Yes.
That hits, roll damage.
That would be a. Let's see. How much damage is on this now again? It is. Let me just double check. 1d8 thunder.
Okay.
So 1d8.
6, gone. You just deafen this guy into unconsciousness.
Yep.
He's now bleeding out, but through his ears. You've still got your movement left, and you won't provoke attack of opportunity if you move. But you move 10
I
feet,
will-
so I believe you
I will
have.
move to here to essentially try and keep this entire like choke point attack of opportunity threatened.
All right. It's now one of the acolytes' turns. Let's see. Sacred Flame. So. Sacred Flame. Make a dexterity saving throw. Yep. It just glances harmlessly off your armor.
And does that count as an attack missing?
I believe it's a save, but I believe it should.
Alright, so I get one more crystal charge.
Yep.
1 out of 3.
One action, one action, one action. I think these are all actions. Nope. Failed save, must choose a new. And then it's going to cast Sanctuary on itself.
Alright.
I believe you can still move with Sanctuary. Let me check.
Yeah.
It doesn't protect the water. And it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. Next is the guard outside. Is going to sort of rush in to see Ilya and make an attack against her. With a one-handed spear. 13, what's your AC?
16.
Miss. Next guard is the one that's the Carnation. Instead of seeing Carnation sort of running out very quickly, it's going to sort of turn and try and hit you. That's 20.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
That's 2 piercing damage. So you go down to 12.
Yeesh!
Yeah, you sort of rush into the point of the spear, but it doesn't do too much to you, thankfully. And the guard's going to move in front of you. The other acolyte is going to 5, 10, 15, and also Sacred Flame. So it's going to be also DC 12. So
Alright.
dexterity save from Otto. That's a success.
Bloody hell.
This one, seeing what its friend is, also going to Sanctuary. They share their character sheet is shared, okay. And it's going to 20, 25, 30, and it's going to move to about here. They're just trying to sort of block you, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
The next guard steps over the broken doorway and makes an attack against you.
Yep.
That's a 10 to hit. That misses, obviously.
Yep, so I'm at 3 charges now.
Yes, you are. You can keep track of that on your colours, or whatever. Carnation.
Already kept track of.
Okay, Carnation, your turn.
Okay.
You can choose to disengage as an action, which then means they can't get attacks of opportunity off against you, and then you'd still be able to move and dash with your bonus action due to expeditious retreat. If you want to just run away.
Ah, okay. Well, Yeah, that sounds totally fine.
Okay.
Totally fine.
So action disengage.
Yeah.
And then you would go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 to here. If that works for you.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. One of the other guards. The guards in the tower. One of them is going to. Is going to move towards the center of the tower and start ringing a bell. The other one in the tower is going to sort of hop inside and start making their way down. Back to Ilya. Your
I shall touch the guard next to me.
Okay. It's an attack or a save? I just click the spell and it'll show up in there. Okay, that's a... Well, that hits, so... Because that's an attack, so roll damage. Ow. You do a 1 necrotic.
I want to leave.
Spell description, let's see. Can't regain hit points. Okay. For future reference to myself as well, ranged attacks are made at disadvantage within melee range. But I'm not going to bother this time. It only did 1 damage, I don't want to take that away from you. You still got your movement and bonus action?
I don't think I have a bonus action.
Yeah, you probably don't have many things you can do with it. So don't worry.
You have the grappling hook. You can try and tie the guard or something. I don't know.
Is that a bonus? Is it like
it's like an item interaction?
True, but I feel like that would probably take the full 6 seconds.
Oh well.
I will just stay there for now.
Okay, no movement then. Otto, your turn.
Seeing the situation, I will. All right, I'm gonna use one. Let's see. I believe my choices here are. Yeah. What is the range on that, I wonder? It is 60 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not exactly the whole way, but it will do, I suppose.
What do you think?
I suppose it would do. And I have... Yeah. Guess I'll do that. Okay. I'm gonna first off with my bonus action.
Yeah.
Do the crystal discharge thunder punch slam into the ground.
Okay. What's the stuff on that?
So since I'm crystal discharging, essentially the damage goes on the primary target, which I guess would be the only guard I can attack.
Yeah, because you have to make wisdom checks.
Then anyone within 5 feet from me also get the debuff.
That's correct. Yes. So make
using 1 crystal discharge and going down to 0 charges.
Okay, so make the attack.
And then I'm going to roll attack. D20 plus 5.
That's a 13. That's a miss. Does it still do any effect on the miss or not?
Let me think here. It does not on a miss, and that kind of completely ruins my plans.
Roll d20 for me. Just an open-ended d20. Sure, okay. So what's the debuff do?
It makes it so that it goads the target.
So they can only attack you.
No, but I have disadvantage on attacking anyone but me.
Okay. In that case, so while the attack doesn't do any damage, because all enemies are within 5 feet of you, I'll say the debuff still applies.
Alright. Once they have been goaded,
Yep.
I'm going to move first off to here.
Okay, you provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
The guard first. That's a 13, I believe that misses.
Yep.
Okay, and the acolyte is not going to take theirs.
Okay.
What's next?
I will then move down to here.
Okay, the acolyte chooses not to take theirs either.
Okay. So I've moved, let's see, so I've moved 5, 10 so far, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Then 15, 20, 25, 30 is my movement, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And we'll move down to here.
You cannot move through a space currently occupied.
Gnomes can stand between normal-sized people's legs. And I'm large-sized, so there's plenty of space.
Fine. I'll just allow it. I'm not going to make you roll dexterity saves. The wizard's squishy enough already.
No, like, that's actually a thing. Gnomes
Okay.
and halfling can move, like, people's legs count as, like, doorways for them, essentially, if they're medium or larger.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so that's your movement then?
Yes, and then I'm going to cast Catapult.
Is that a bonus action?
That is a standard action. I haven't used my standard
Oh, your
action yet.
bonus was your discharge then.
Yes.
And what are you
because I can punch
catapulting?
with either my right or my left because I have the feat fighting initiate for dual wielder.
Okay, what are you catapulting?
A bag of ball bearings.
Does that have a special interaction?
No, but it fulfills the category for catapult spell, and I'm expecting it to, since I'm not holding the bag upright once it lands, it will probably spill out.
Yes, it will. So, can you put the spell description for catapult up, please?
Yes.
Okay, 3d8 bludgeoning. And... Okay, so which way are you throwing it? South or north?
I want to see how far I can reach with this.
Well, it's 90 feet, so you can do anything within sight.
If I throw it to here, would it be able to
10
cover
foot
the
square
guard?
centered. 10 foot square centered on a point within range. Let me check the ruler quickly. Snap to center. If you threw, you're there. If I go to ruler and you throw from this point here down to the guard exactly, it's 95. So send it from here to 90. It would, yes, it would hit the guard.
All right, I will do so then.
Okay, so guard needs to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Fails. Roll 3d8.
3d8.
6 damage then. That was low.
Yes. And there should be a just puddle of ball bearings around that guard.
Yes, they now need to succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or fall prone. Yep, doesn't fall prone. He gets hit in the head, and as the ball bearings explode all around him, he doesn't move his feet and just keeps his footing. Ilya, you are just outside of this. However, if you wish to move north, you will need to move through these ball bearings or jump over them.
Alright.
Or you can move at half speed and you don't need to make the save.
Uh,
I just checked the rules quickly for that. That's Alto's turn then, I think. This acolyte is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 and stop there. This guard is going to attack Ilya again.
Doesn't he has to do the save if he's going to
No.
reach forward?
Moving
and attack?
across the covered area must succeed on a DC 10 save and fall prone, but it is within melee range. Crit fail, whatever. Sure, he falls prone. He crit failed his one-handed attack, so I'll just say he falls prone on it. Then we have the guard in the hallway. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to move up to there. The other acolyte is going to move adjacent to the other one and block the hallway. The guard behind them is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to move up to there.
He's still goaded, though.
Yes, but he can't get past his teammates.
Yep.
Carnation, your turn.
What size are the acolytes?
Everyone here is medium, so
Well,
human, maybe at half.
you
level
heard the
too.
DM.
What do you mean?
That means that their tiles can't be blocked for the gnome.
Yeah, exactly. You reminded me of that.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so you can still move past these people just fine. You will provoke attack opportunity, but they're currently sanctuaried blocking Otto, so
Yep.
technically they can't actually do anything against you unless they want to drop sanctuary.
Yeah, I will run straight past them.
Double dash, all right.
Or under.
15, 20, 25. You get to here to start with.
Yes.
Do you want to head north, or do you want to cast a spell, or you? Because that was your movement, so you have your action and bonus action remaining currently.
Yeah, so, like, what's this to the right?
So this is just what I've marked. This is just the doorway to the right. This is the
Okay.
doorway to the big room that you remember.
And that would be locked, I suppose.
You can try the door if you want.
Well, as long as that doesn't cost any much action.
It would cost. I'd say it would cost a bonus action, but since I don't believe you have many spells that are bonus actions, then
Well, I mean, Expeditious Retreat was one.
yeah. But like as a bonus action, you can dash. Is all that lets you do. So
Yeah, so can I still have the bonus? I mean, do I have to choose between that bonus action or the bonus action of opening the door or trying the door?
Yes. It's essentially think of it like an action
Yeah.
and a quick action from Aureus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, one wouldn't really expect. Okay, no, you wouldn't expect the door to be unlocked,
Fair enough.
and because of that, knock knock.
Okay. See. I'm just gonna just
So everyone will hear this.
I'm also gonna check the wording for expeditious quickly. Okay, it's concentration for 10 minutes.
Yes.
To be fair, everyone already heard a loud thunderclap within 300 feet just a couple of seconds ago.
Yes. Let me just. What works best for concentration here?
Yeah.
Let's just use concentration. I'll just use what I used before. Okay. So knock then. If you still a loud knock is heard from 300 feet. So everyone just hears as you knock on the door magically, and you hear guards shouting behind, sort of, and it creaks open for you.
Yes.
Revealing
Yes.
3 guards who are starting to barricade the door. How do you react to this?
So
You can just run away. It's okay.
so they're barricading the door.
Well, they
so
were. They it looks like they were about to start barricading it, and then it just swung open because you just unlocked it magically.
Yeah. Are there any prisoners inside of there?
You can see a lot of the ones from outside. It seems as well that Otto knew were outside that you wouldn't have seen have rushed in. So there's Let me just make sure these are all on the. Yeah, so just like there's. So like these aren't like these are representation. They're not like accurate. So there's a group up here. There's a couple sitting on benches here and here, and and while you can't see them behind the shelves, there's someone who manages this table here is sort of like an eating table where a lot of the where people would be fed during like lunch and dinner and whatnot. Not great quality food, but it was there, and then there was just benches for sitting around, and there's sort of pickaxes and mining equipment racks near the trapdoor to the north. And the rest of the racks here are just for other stuff. You remember that the dormitories for capture people are through these two doors here as well. Although you remember the doors being locked at all times.
Yeah. I mean, we were here to save people, right?
Yes, you are.
So, I mean, she would try to rush in.
Fair enough. Let me just. You will have to make your way past at least one of the guards with an opportunity attack.
Well, sure.
So action dash then.
Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could get to there, for example.
Yep, perfect.
I'll say actually the guards are surprised and don't get anything this round. I'll have initiative next round. So then the guard in the tower who's ringing the bell is now going to follow the other guard down, and the other guard is now at the bottom of the tower and starting to make his way out. Alright, now we add these three to initiative.
Yep. I'm gonna, as I see that the guard falls down prone and that the gnome has just opened the door and has rushed in, I'm on the sending stone gonna go. Right, cause Claire, I'm gonna keep them busy here and I'll keep a watch on the gnome. You find out about who's behind it, since that was where you came here to begin with.
I will try.
Alright, Ilya's turn then.
So the door is locked.
Yes, but you can break down a locked door with the power of incredible violence.
You know what? I might as well try to kick it open.
Okay, so moving at half speed into the ball bearings then, you can get to here with 20 feet of your movement.
Yeah.
Make a strength check for me. Check, not a save.
Oh.
So click the
wait.
the modifier on further to the left in the column with your
this
stats. Yeah. So 11. I'll say that. You just sort of using your scythe. You sort of place the end with the bladed end on the ground, and using that as a fulcrum, you just sort of kick the door open. Revealing a large room.
Huh. Is there anything in there?
There are 5 bandits sitting around a table.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
25, 30, you can get to here. If you want to move in.
Yeah.
I quickly ask as I see that she goes in on the sending stone. What's inside?
These are essentially 4 sort of big tables. Around which sort of guards can sit. So essentially it's a large rest area for guards, but also the bandits who...
But does Ilya convey that there are bandits inside?
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Yeah.
If so, I'm gonna immediately start tinkering once it's my turn. Just so you know.
Okay, well, it's your turn now.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tinker with the sending stone slightly.
Mm-hmm.
To make it able to accept sound from a different source.
Okay.
Actually, I don't need to think for that. I just need to hold up the speaker of one thing to the other, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just hold up the one recording marble up to the sending stone while I'm using like my elbows to try and steer the mech quickly.
Okay. What do you hope to achieve with this?
So that through the sending stone that Ilya has, which she should be able to like make the bandits hear, is the one bandit we beat up and made the recording of him saying that stay away from these people.
Oh, right, that was a thing.
Ilya.
Mm.
So you kick down the door, and these benches here, as it gets blown off its hinges into the table here. Let me also remove a couple of a couple of the other walls so that everyone can see this room. Then.
I can see people!
Yep. Should all have some more vision now. So, so you just boot down this door. You walk in. You've not been bloodied. There's no blood on you yet because you've not hit anyone with your scythe. But these 5 bandits see this wild-looking Asimar woman and just storm through the broken doorway, hold up a stone, which then begins reciting the speech that was given by. The people around you, Otto, also hear this.
Mm.
I want both of you to roll persuasion with advantage. Well, no, Ilya with advantage. You not, because you're not talking with the bandits, you're talking with the guards. So, Otto persuasion, Ilya persuasion advantage.
Alright.
Noble or save?
Persuasion is a skill.
Oh, yeah, right. That's a thing.
If there were persuasion saving throws, I'd be confused.
Yeah.
That's just like okay. So the people around you also don't respond to this. They don't recognize.
Yep.
The bandits, however, hearing the voice of someone who they know, and seeing the threat you pose, is just sort of like one of them's like just raises their hands up, walks to like all right, I'll put it, and just sort of stammering at the other, and they sort of the 3 up here, just sort of one of them sort of slides down behind the table like, we're not here, just ignore us. That would be your action also.
Is that not an item interaction?
Yeah, fine, whatever.
I love that I've channeled Seo Chaos here.
No, I'm just allowing it because it's early on.
Seeing the situation, the one guard being prone will get up, but he's not posing that much of a threat.
I mean, he's not up yet. He's not doing anything yet, and he'll have to walk through the
No.
ball bearings anyway.
And there's the one guard there. I'm going to.
There's also 2 more out here who will come in at some point, and there's 3 here.
Yes. I'm going to clear the way by charging forward.
North or south?
Northward.
Okay.
As I assume that I can't walk over them, right?
In theory, no. You could probably try and jump over or onto them if you wanted to.
Well, I'm going to essentially just bull charge forward.
Mhm.
The second I get close enough to them, or as late as possible, but not late enough that I'm being stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Thunderclap.
Can you put the text for that in, please?
Yes, because I can't target them, so I'm gonna have to use AOE.
Mm-hmm.
Spell description.
Their AC is 10 because they suck. Constitution saving throw. And that was the on a failed save, 1d6 thunder.
Yes.
So let's see, the one on the right fails, and the one on the left fails. So roll 1d6. Nice. Let me check the wording for Sanctuary quickly. I can find it somewhere. It's in the character sheet. Sanctuary. If the water creature makes their cast a spell, the spell ends. No, they still have it.
Unless their concentration is broken.
Is Sanctuary concentration?
I think it is.
Let me check. Sanctuary is... No, it's just VSM. It's not concentration.
Okay.
So they both take 600 damage. Then they look pretty hurt up. They're not very bulky.
Does
So-
that push me enough, them far enough to decide that I can get past?
It doesn't have a push on it.
No, but like just from the.
I would
like,
say
sheer
say
force.
that it squishes them against the walls, and just enough for you to slip past. Yes.
All right. And then I want to end my movement just about there.
Okay. One of the acolytes then is going to see this is going to drop Sanctuary, and is going to cast another Sacred Flame.
Yes.
So make a, I believe, Dexterity save.
Yes.
That is a fail. You take 6 radiant damage.
Yes.
And the guard, where's this one? The prone guard is going to stand up. With half their movement, and then use the other half of it to get to you.
They will have to. Roll
Half
to
if
stay.
they walk at half movement.
Okay.
Because you can ball bearings at half movement to not have to do the save.
All right.
That's still a miss though, so you know. Nobody can hit Ilya, but Ilya can't hit anybody either. Let's see, the first guard, the middle guard then. From the line that's next to you is going to attack with its spear. That's a miss. The second guard, the one to the north, is going to see you as the bigger threat than the small gnome, and is going to move forward. That's also a miss. Carnation, your turn.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a groups of milling around here. You recognize a couple of them from a few days back. The tool racks near here. These 2 are full, but the 3 here are empty. So you surmise there's probably quite a lot of people down in the mines at the moment. Although you remember that most of the guards tend to stay up here, as you can't really, escape from the mines. You can't really escape very easily from the mines. So.
So I could probably, if I head down, try to sort of convince the prisoners to come up.
There's
Maybe help out.
there's probably a couple of guards down there, but like it's the mines of like you've not been down there yourself. You wouldn't know like how large they are.
Yeah.
So probably better to deal with whoever's up here at the moment, and then wait for people to come up from the trapdoor, and then just get the guards to stop just through sheer force of numbers. But that'll be in like a few hours probably, so you can just want to deal with what's here immediately right now.
And I guess I sort of want to rush around inside here and just say to the prisoners, like, "Hey, you all, we're getting you out!"
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get to there on a movement, so... and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you get to here, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If you're doing that, for example.
Yeah.
So you're sort of running past you're just sort of calling everyone that they're getting out of here, and they sort of look between each other, sort of not sure what to think. And as they do this, Otto moves into view and just punching people in this big mech, and they seem to realize that you're actually talking sense. The guard up here is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in a dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is out of sight. The loose is goaded because far enough away. The other acolyte next to you is also going to Sacred Flame. So roll another dexterity save for me, please. Okay, that's another 6 radiant to you.
Yep.
And they've lost Sanctuary.
Oh, not that. No.
Yeah, you're starting to get pretty beat up here. This guard is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and is going to stay there. The guards in the towers 5. This one's gonna start to come out in a moment, and this one here is. I'll do later, so that one's going to be about probably there. This guard here is going to also try and attack you with a spear. That's a miss. And the other guard here is now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ilya, your turn.
Alright. I'm just gonna assume that all these bandits on the table.
Yeah,
are just
they're
fucking
they're just like what this one on the left here sort of put his hands up and is walking backwards towards the wall. The other like these three are like one of them's like hiding behind the table. The other three are sort of just like sitting there, just like actively just not moving.
It's like the if I don't move, she can't see me.
Yeah, that kind of like that.
Oh my lord. Okay, I guess I will have to deal with the bitch behind me first.
Yeah, sorry. He is blocking the doorway.
I mean, yeah, I would have probably otherwise just went into the room to see if there was anything else. Like,
There's nothing else in here. There's a doorway.
Okay.
There's a door at the far end here.
Yeah.
But it does look quite ornate relative to the rest of this place. So you might surmise that someone in charge is the person in charge is in there, perhaps. Though,
Yeah.
but perhaps better not to face them alone.
Yeah. Okay, I will just use my scythe to pray to RNGesus
Okay.
and try to size the
Okay.
guard.
Go ahead. Make an attack with your scythe. Apparently, Orange is the real god in D&D. Roll damage.
My Morrigan's decree.
Yeah, that's 12. You just delete this guy, and there's just a spray of blood sort of that goes past you and sort of hits the floor behind you, and the bandit sort of and just sort of the one they sort of they definitely seem cowed now. You can move if you want to head north along the corridor now to join up with Otto.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
will do
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Otto, it's your turn.
Considering how annoying these mages are starting to become.
Yep, and their sanctuary's gone as well.
Yeah. I'm going to. They looked like they were quite banged up, you said.
Yes, definitely.
Would you say that they look like heavily banged up at this point?
I would say that a light breeze would knock them over. Probably.
Alright. Okay then. I'm going to grab one of them
Mm-hmm.
and like chuck it at the other one.
Athletics.
Yes, but I'm using one of my charges of armor of magical strength.
Which does what?
Adds my int to my strength.
Okay. So athletics check, and then it's adding on 3 at the end, 3 to the result.
Yes.
Okay, do that then. 24. I'm not even rolling. These guys are paced on the wall. You just grab this guy and just throw him into his friend, and the wall here just crumbles under the impact. That was a Tego grab.
And then to finalize it, I'm going to, having done that, I'm gonna swing around and use my offhand to I probably want to save one crystal discharge. Don't I? Yeah, I'll just normal punch the guard to the north of me.
Okay. Roll for normal punch.
+5. Well, that's a miss.
Yeah, nothing happens. Any movement or not?
Not really right now, no.
Okay.
I'm going to keep this choke point.
Okay. This guard, seeing what you did to the mages, it's going to run north, you get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
D8 plus 3, right?
I think so. Yeah. 9.
And he's goaded.
Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30. Seems to be heading towards the trapdoor here.
Mm-hmm.
And then dash down and is gone. I'll leave him just in here so you can see him, but he's down there.
Alright.
This guard as well is going to back away. It's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash, and it's also down the hole. Carnation, your turn. You see Otto seeing getting pretty beat up over the shelves.
Oops. That's not too good.
You could probably just jump over the table if you wanted to. And just sort of make your way around the shelves rather than all the way around the table. Since you don't currently have line of sight to this enemy here. Or indeed any enemy for that matter.
Ah, yes, I would have to go there first, right? Then.
Sorry?
So I would have to move to see them, right?
Yeah, you'd have to move to see them.
Yes. Yeah, so maybe I can...
I'd say with 25 feet you could get to, like, you could jump over the table with 10, 15, 20, 25 and get to here. And you'd just be able to see them.
Be tall enough that you can just walk underneath them.
They go all the way down to the ground.
Ah, yeah.
Because they're like bar top tables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I move over to where you said then.
Okay, so 5, 10 across. 15, 20, 25. And you can just about see this guard then.
Yes.
So got action and bonus action.
Yes, exactly. So I could see him, you said?
Yes, you can see him.
And how far away is he?
5, 10, 15, about 25 feet.
Well, I want the... Yes, that.
Yeah, 29.2.
Yeah, that is within 30. That is within 30.
Yeah, it is.
So... Infestation!
DC 13 con save. Let me... Objects and tokens. Come on. There we go. 5 fail. And you rolled 5 poison. Roll the d4 for me.
Yes, sure.
1 is north, so he stumbles north as he sort of claws all these bugs off his face. You still get a bonus action if you want to dash with Expeditious. Or if you have any bonus action spells, I don't think you do.
Well, that's Expeditious Retreat.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you've already got that, so.
So I will actually just get over the tables again.
Okay. Which way are you heading?
Well, just back from where I came, I think.
Oh, like the exact same place?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Do you want us to standing on? Do you want us to stay standing on the table for a better vantage point?
Well, then I would be more hittable as well.
True, but nobody in here has ranged attacks. The mages are gone.
I guess fair then. Yeah,
Okay.
standing on table sounds like something she would do.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of zoom around the corner, blast this guy with a bunch of bugs, and then run back to the table. Okay, this guard then. 5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The door to the north is opened as the guard that previously ran around a corner now comes inside. And I can also now delete these walls. The guard behind Otto is going to try and do an attack. That's a 22 to hit. I believe that hits.
Yes.
That's 7 piercing damage. It's nasty.
Mm.
And move around to here to try and box you in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guard here, seeing his friend seems to be doing well, is going to join the others in the hole.
I'm gonna attack of opportunity.
I think you already took it.
No, I haven't this turn.
No, it comes like on your turn, not top of initiative.
Okay.
And then the guard here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, is going to turn the corner and seeing the... sorry, it's like back here. And sort of seeing the carnage of the two mages here and other people just around is just going to sort of stop. And just sort of look at you with a little bit of fear, maybe. Ilya, your turn.
Well, there isn't that much to do other than just...
I believe... you have Healing Word. So if you can get within...
I just now saw it.
Yeah, if you can get within 60 feet of Otto, you can do the healing on that.
Yeah, can I get...
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The range on it is currently... Let's see. Ruler...
I think that should be enough.
Yep, that's 60 exactly. to the corner of the mech, and I'll allow it because he needs the healing. So if you want to roll a healing words, you can roll.
Alright, you will hear over the sending stone. I need healing.
God damn it.
Now I'm just... now I don't want to do it anymore.
He's at less than 10% HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
Can I go for...
You can increase it as well. You can upcast it to level 2 if you want.
Okay, then I will most likely just do that. Yeah, okay, then where is it?
It's... yeah, and then cast that level 2. So 4 healing and 3 healing. Well, 1d4. So yeah, so 7 healing total. So then if I mark off a tier 2 spell slot. Okay. So you restore 7 hit points then, Otto?
Alright.
Up to 9.
Better than nothing.
That's a lot. Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Ilya's turn done. So Otto, your turn again? This guard here has just come around the corner and has just sort of stopped dead seeing what you've wrought in this hallway.
Yeah. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that the damage that I've taken is partly on myself, but also partly the mech?
Yes, I would say that. Why?
In that case, I'm going to stand up in my mech pants
Okay.
instead of sitting down in them,
Mm-hmm.
and start casting mending on the mech while I use my legs to essentially maneuver the mech to punch the guy next to me.
Let me check mending before you finalize this.
A single break or tear, which would conclude
Casting
one
time.
sacred
Casting
fiber.
time 1 minute. That's 10 rounds.
Oh, okay.
Just so you're aware, you'd be spending 10 rounds to probably restore not very much HP.
Alright then, I'll just do it the normal way instead.
Yes, we have a cleric in the
will-
party.
Yeah, I will. Yes, but I also don't want to put all the focus, responsibility of healing to that.
Should have bought some healing potions.
Okay. All right. How better do these different ones look?
Both of these are fresh. They haven't taken any hits.
All right. All right. In that case, I will. Sure, I will booming blade.
All right. That's an 8. Is that 8 to hit, or is that... Yeah, it's 8 to hit. That is a miss, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have 14 AC. So 8 misses.
Can I use my bonus action to, noticing that, oh crap, I'm too far off the enemy, redirect it so that I punch this wall to break it if I can?
The north wall.
Yes.
I'd let you
I'm
bonus
punching
action.
this guy next to it.
I would let you do that, yeah. I mean, you've got bonus action attack anyway, so...
No, but I'm using the same punch. It's specifically so that
Yeah, I mean, it
doesn't look
missed.
like
It
I
missed.
missed.
I'll say it punched the wall.
Yes.
So yeah.
I put as much force into it as possible.
Roll damage
And
for
then I
booming
look-
blade then. On the wall.
Speaking of that, since it's a structure that's made of stone, do I have advantage on it?
Do you have anything that would allow you to have advantage on it?
No, but usually stone has vulnerability to like anything stone based. Is vulnerable to thunder.
I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, sure.
Like any golems and stuff is.
Yeah,
weak
sure,
to
fair enough. I
thunder.
mean, you're also, so roll damage for the punch first. Just for the attack itself. Vulnerability doubles that to 8.
Yeah.
And then booming
And if
blade.
it starts
And now
to
roll
move-
damage.
if it-
Yeah, it would move
If
immediately.
it
So
starts
roll.
to move, there's another D8.
Yeah, that's something. So roll booming blade damage now. Yeah, 8. So you deal 16 thunder damage. So 8 thunder damage to this wall. As it begins to crumble, it takes 8 more and just explodes outwards. As shrapnel.
I then inside the mech, without moving the mech, I turn my head in the mech to face the people coming in
Yeah.
and go, boo.
Roll intimidation. He's no more scared of you than he was 5-6 seconds ago.
All right.
It would have worked better if it probably would have worked better if you hadn't tried to undercut the fear with with that boo. Oh dear. That guard's in the hole. That guard's in the hole. Carnation.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get to this place here with 25 feet if you wanted to, and then do a spell and then come back if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's see. How far away is the one in the doorway then?
The one in the doorway, 46 feet.
Okay.
The one here is
36.
30.4, so 30 feet. I'll say that's fine.
Wait, which one? Oh yeah, there was one
Yeah, so
very close.
This
Oh,
one's 30
all right.
feet, and this one's 45 feet.
Ah, yeah. There was one there as well. I forgot that. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see how this goes.
Okay. Reckless casting.
Yes.
All right, let
That's
me.
a firebolt.
Okay. So roll.
Because I use a cantrip.
Yep. Roll the spell attack for that then.
Let's see what that is.
That would be D20 plus 5 because your spell attack bonus is 5.
Okay.
That's a 9. That misses.
Yep. Then it does nothing.
Okay.
And yeah, I will run back.
Okay, back to
Expeditious.
okay, so that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll say like you're like moving slightly more north each time to give yourself more
Yeah.
more room. Let me check something quickly. Let's go there. So next guard is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 and sort of stepping a few feet into the room, seeing you just running back and forth, casting slinging spells, and seeing all the group of people who seem to be realizing they may or may not be free, is going to make a range attack with his spear at disadvantage because you're in the long range. 15, I believe that hits.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I have, but probably less. It's 15 exactly. So...
Yeah, so that hits. That's 7 piercing damage from the thrown spear.
Aye!
Yeah, you sort of climb to the table, and as you do, sort of spear hits you in the shoulder. He is weaponless now, so he'll have to run over to you to pick it up next turn. The guard next to Otto then, having just is going to sort of shake off the stun from being hit with the shrapnel of the wall, and he's going to try and spear attack you. That's a miss.
Yep.
The guard outside, 5, 10, 15, is going to sort of see the same thing and stop. That's in the hole. This guard here is also just sort of seeing, like, it doesn't want to approach you and get into range, but also is sort of doesn't want to back off. So just going to sort of just making sure that you can't leave, basically. Ilya, your turn.
I will go even further north.
Okay, 5, 10,
And,
15, 20, 25, 30.
Just to make sure, I will cast another healing word on Otto.
Okay.
Level 1 though.
Yep, that's 6 healing to Otto, so up to 15 HP. And I'll mark off one of your spell slots.
Thank you. That should be enough.
Yeah, that should last you for the rest of
Yeah.
this encounter.
So I noticed that, well, is my HP updating for you others?
It should be at 5 out of 14 for now.
Yeah, it's at 5.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So
It's
because it's weird because I can see that Otto's changing, but not my own.
it might be because you're
But-
very small. Because like it should be fine now, for example. Maybe.
Still. Says
I think we had
14.
these issues before. Just refreshing the page would fix it. So we had
Yeah,
these issues.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because you're small, the health bars look a little clipped.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, I realized
I can see it on my page, but
yeah.
not on the icon.
Roll a
this is really fine.
Yeah, roll a
Oh, yeah.
Constitution saving throw for Expeditious Retreat. So you need to roll a 10 or
of
higher.
course. Yes, of course. Yes, there.
Yeah, con save. Yep, you succeed. It was only 7 damage. So that's Ilya's turn then. Okay, Otto, you'll go. You can try and intimidate
Alright.
again if you want, or attack or something, or whatever.
I'm gonna try my. I'm gonna move over to here.
Okay.
And booming blade on my way.
This one.
Yep.
Okay, roll Boon Blade. That hits. So roll your
Mhm.
regular attack damage. 4, and that's
And
plus 3
then,
as well, isn't it?
and then a D8 for the actual attack itself.
Oh, is it? No, I mean, like, is that 4 thunder for the movement? Or is
Oh
that...
no, that's correct. Yes,
Yeah, so that 4 thunder is for the attack, right?
it's the same for both actually. I think.
Well, yeah, but it's like, but also this attack is plus strength as well, isn't it?
This one is not. No,
Okay, so that's just 4 damage then.
it should be +3 from the int actually as well.
That's what I meant. Yeah, so it would be
Yeah.
7 from
7.
Yeah, so he's taking 7 damage, and
Yes.
when he moves, booming blade will go off. You
Yes,
you
for
still have your
another
bonus
D8.
action attack now.
Yes, which I'm going to take on the one outside.
Okay. He sort of sees you approach. He's sort of like, wait. Roll attack. That hits. Roll damage. He just goes, wait, and you just punch down. And you just carve. You just crater him instantly.
And I look at the guard outside and say, I think you're off duty.
Roll intimidation advantage. He's like, yeah. And he just throws down his weapon. I'll take him off the initiative, but he is there. Where is he on the initiative? Unless he's... No, that took him off the initiative. Nice. Yeah, he's done. Next guard then, that one's in the hole. That one's in the hole. Carnation.
Yeah, so that guard up there is weaponless.
So this one's weaponless. He'll have to run towards you to pick it up. This one here is going to get booming bladed as soon as he moves. You still have movement left, by the way, Otto, if you want to do anything. So it's going to move back 10 feet.
So I started there, right?
Yes, you did.
So I moved 1, 2, 3.
Yes, if you move away, this will have an attack opportunity against you, and then may chase after
Yeah.
you next turn.
And then 1, 2, 3. So I can get to here, correct?
Yes, and that doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Okay. So Carnation's turn then.
I mean, the one in the corridor, how beat up do they seem to be?
Both of these seem pretty beat up, about the same.
Yeah, okay, because then maybe it's a bit overly much to... Because I was thinking otherwise I could infestation the one in the hallway, and when they move, they will also take the booming blade.
Yeah, that would be too much. This one you could infestation, and that would probably deal with them.
Yeah. Well, no. In that case, you would just roll reckless casting.
Okay.
For
So,
that?
spell slot for that then.
Reckless casting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a firebolt again.
Okay, roll a spell attack. D20 plus 5.
Yes.
That hits. Roll damage. 1d10.
Yes. Let's see what that was again.
And that was against this one, right?
Yeah, I target one to the
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
1d10.
firebolt
yes,
is 1d10, yeah.
indeed.
Yep, that does it. You just smack him in the face with the fire, and he sort of goes down, sort of trying to pat his face out, and then just sort of goes still.
And as I do this, I would go like, "Oh, not the same again."
Nice. The others in here are looking at you a bit confused, but there's a sort of... They seem to realize that you're actually getting them out now. The guard next to you, Otto,
Yep.
weighing his options, is going to try and run away. Roll damage on Booming Blade. Yeah, just... gone. This guard's in the hole. I believe, yeah, that's it. You've cleared out all the visible guards.
Whee!
So while I'll keep the order up, I will say we're out of initiative at the moment.
All right.
But as soon as it starts catching up and there's no guards, I'm gonna start mending the mech slightly.
Alright, I'll let you get back. Roll a d4.
Only D4?
Roll a d4. You've got like you've probably only got a minute, so you only get one cast of that.
Yes, but I mean like I meant one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I took 7 damage from a sacred flame, so I'm gonna try and mend that particular one.
I mean, the damage I'd say is split fairly even between you and your mech, and you're currently missing 12 HP. And I'm not. It's not just the d4. I'm adding modifiers.
All right.
You get back. What's your int modifier? Or your spellcasting
3.
modifier? So you get back 5 HP then.
Spellcasting modifier is intelligence.
Yeah, so 3. So you get back 5 HP. Are you just Carnation just be zipping all over the place, just making sure everyone's all right and stuff? I guess.
Well, I mean, she would also like. I mean, she's pretty beat up herself.
She is, yeah. Ilya would probably end up coming around the corner, like, shortly after Otto starts healing himself, so...
Yeah, I will heal the little bean.
Okay, that's another healing word.
Hmm.
That's 5 healing for you, you get back to 10.
Yay! Thank you.
No problem.
And I'll mark off a spell slot for you again. This both went worse and better than I expected. Okay.
Yeah, actually. So what I want to do is let's see. Yeah, she takes out her lyre
Okay.
and starts sort of playing on it while she sort of tries to sing like, "We'll get you out of here, we'll get you out of here."
Roll a... I believe it's performance, but... Yeah, roll a performance check, why not?
Yeah, and I have proficiency with it.
Yes, so... I'd say... So, check proficiency on performance, roll it, and uncheck proficiency on performance.
Wait, what did you say?
So, if you add your proficiency bonus to the performance check, because you're proficient with the lyre.
Yes.
So
I check the mark now, and
Yep.
then I click performance, and then I uncheck it.
Yeah, and that basically gives you the same roll as you would have, because you're also proficient in, you also have the +2 to performance.
Yes, okay, good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Sort of, after a moment of this, sort of one of the people who you recognize, who you talked to for the couple of days you were here, and sort of, after a bit of amusement, sort of grew used to your eccentric ways, and sort of starts clapping and sort of, "Thank you for coming to get us out."
Oh, it'll be fun.
Yeah, there's he sort of motions towards the doors here and here. There's some people in there if you wanna see what we can do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some of the people go over to one of the doors and sort of seeing that it's locked, they'll just sort of collectively sort of and yank it open. And you can see some of the beds beyond.
I go over to the other door.
All right.
Is this also probably the same thing?
Yeah,
according
strength.
to the others, or-
Yeah, it's the same kind of door as this one. You just do a strength check.
I just pull it apart with armor and magical strength.
Yeah, okay. No strength check then. You just Moink. Yeah, these doors are pretty flimsy. They're more there just to make sure everyone's there. So you would enter the room and you would see just rows of beds, and I will delete these walls so everyone else can also see. Yep.
Instead of entering after that,
Yeah.
I feel this after opening so that people can get through.
Mm-hmm.
I will head over to Ilya.
Okay. Where would Ellie be by this point?
Just somewhere closer, like further in the room.
Back here, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will, now having used 2 out of the 3, I'm gonna skip it. I think ignore the last charge and overwrite my magical armor.
Okay.
With returning weapon again.
Okay.
And if you will allow it, since I haven't actually used it at all, I'm gonna, if possible, replace my rope of climbing with enhanced weapon and replace my sending stones active slot with that.
I'd just let you do all that. Yeah. You keep check if your artificer stuff.
Yeah, which means that I should now have +2 to attack and +2 to damage, and it will return if thrown.
Ilya has that.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay.
Wait, what?
Your weapon is now +2/+2 instead of +1/+1.
Murder.
Yeah. Okay. Around this time, once you've finished setting all that up, the 3 guards from before exit out of the trapdoor. You sort of hear a rumble. So not a rumble. So you hear footsteps from beneath the floorboards. At this point, and the guards look at you, but sort of seeing sort of the wreck of this area here, and sort of the burnt body here, and the amount of people who are around, just sort of, oh shit. One of them sort of throws down his weapon, and just sort of turns to the others like, "There's no reason to keep this out. We're not going to get paid anyway." And sort of muttering to themselves, they all agree.
Oh, seems they're sussed out.
Yeah. As you keep watching, more people make their way up from inside here, wearing lots of soot-covered or dust-covered clothing and carrying pickaxes and other mining equipment. There's a few guards with them, but as they see sort of that you've got here to get them out, the guards sort of, I don't get paid enough for this shit, and end up just not bothering. Like they've seen, like they heard of what happened. And they sort of walk in and get stopped by like the massive broken wall and carnage of this area here. So it's a pretty strong influence on them. One of the guards, sort of having thrown down the spear, sort of goes over to you 3 and sort of like, truth be told, I was sort of looking around to make sure none of the other guards can hear. Truth be told, I was on the inside trying to get them out anyway. He sort of nods to Carnation. Saw you escape. Good job. Glad that you managed to come back here and help.
Oh, it was just fun.
If you say so. He sort of looks around at sort of like the chiefs in the office down that way. And he sort of points towards the southeast. You
Saw the door that I saw.
Yeah, the door that you saw before.
Yeah.
Don't think he'd appreciate what you're doing, but it's your choice if you want to deal with him or not.
We might as well.
Well, might as well. And I will walk over to looking where this wall would it be the least likely to be load bearing. And please tell me it's behind the bandits.
It's in the middle. Yes, there are bandits on the other side. Not that you know that.
Yes, I will walk up to it and use both my fists to like double barrel punch.
Okay. They hear. So there's as you stomp towards the wall, you hear, "What? Get away! Get away! Get away!" And moments later, you just punch straight through the wall. As the dust settles, you see the bandits on the side sort of like pushed up against the table here, sort of like, we ain't doing nothing.
About it. Just trying to find the office.
Sort of one of the stammering ones sort of points towards the door over here.
Thank you.
Are the other two of you heading down as well?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna squish through and just head to the door.
And Carnation?
Yeah, she runs along the table and then jumps down and out.
Nice. As you're watching the five bandits sort of seeing you sort of just cross your here with your net, which they hadn't seen before, just sort of, let's go. And they sort of head out, they sort of just flee through the door down here. At this point, I can get rid of most of these walls. Nope, let's do that. There we go. So you're down and out, and you're through here. As you approach the door, you hear sort of as the door is unlocked and opens. Stepping through, you see a man who sort of looks at him and sort of, "You're the ones who've been making a ruckus around here, eh?"
Well, you call this a rocker? You should come to one of my barbies.
Sort of spits on the floor.
No, I suppose, considering this place and what you're serving, I look over into the kitchen area. I bet you wouldn't like it. It's bring your own, you know.
He sort of just he sort of sticks a finger in his ear and sort of twists it, and least you could do is speak clearly. Now then, why don't you explain why you're here?
To free everyone, of course.
Ah, of course. Well, unless you think you can pay for the losses I'm going to incur from this, I don't think you're getting out of here. And he just begins to draw a wicked-looking scimitar from his belt. Any objections?
I happen to know a guy who can repair this place.
Oh?
I think I'll probably be getting a mate's rate. And I cracked the mech knuckles.
Tch. I'll see about that. I'm gonna roll his initiative. Nice.
Yes, I have an 80.
Welcome to the first boss battle of the campaign. Ilya, it's your turn. I will allow everyone to position anywhere behind. Where's the ruler tool? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Behind this line.
Okay.
It will probably be around here, yeah.
Let's see, that's... how far away is he from that line?
30 feet exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So you could probably be like on the table or something over here, if you wanted to be. Be about 35 feet.
Well,
in
I
distance.
want to be within 30 feet.
Closest you could get is, I mean, it's 40 feet from there. 35. I'd say if you wanted to go here, it'd be 35 feet. If you want to go here, it'd be 35 feet, and then you could step forward, do a spell, and then back off. Because it's still your turn before his.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So yeah.
Alright, I will now delete the rest of the... I'll leave it there, actually, it's fine. So, Ilya's turn first.
Yeah, I don't want to move in too close.
Yep.
yet.
You do have... Chill Touch, Toll the Dead. You could also do. I think
also do
Infinite
Bless,
Wounds
I
is
think.
Touch. Ray of Sickness is 60 feet range. 2d8 poison.
There's also the Sight Throw.
Oh, true.
And there's Ray of Enfeeblement, which is 60 feet. Half damage, concentration. Yeah, you got some decent options.
I also have Bless.
Yeah, you could bless your allies to give them 1d4 on all their attacks. And that would be concentration for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hate, so there's no risks.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Bless, yeah.
Alright, so marking off a slot. And no, that was okay. You clicked on core as I was clicking on bless to read it.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, exactly. It strips over both of us. So there's the 3 creatures of your choice within range and over target. Attack roll and saving throw, you add a d4. So both allies are blessed and you're concentrating on bless. Any movement?
Let me see. Oh, this thing is in the way. I'm probably gonna move just a tiny bit closer.
Okay.
Like around here, probably.
That would probably put you in range for him, just so you're aware.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you can get adjacent to Otto right now.
Mm.
So you can get anywhere within, like, this area, basically.
You know what? I will just stand on the table.
Okay, you just climb onto the table then, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. So here then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Otto's turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dash straight forward.
Okay.
Not dashing, but I'm charging.
Okay, you can get to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get adjacent to him like that.
And start with an offhand punch.
Okay. Roll attack. That's a miss.
I'm then going to Booming Blade.
Okay, roll for that attack. That's also a miss.
Why is it using in?
I mean, because it's a spell.
Oh, right, I'm using in for my melee, that's why.
Yeah.
I was confused for a second. Alright.
Check something quickly.
Do you add Bless onto that, though?
Yeah, roll a d4, actually. The 6... the 6 would have been plus 5, you said, or was it plus 3?
Plus 3, yes.
9... Yeah, there's no way that would have hit. So that does hit though. It's 15 hits. So roll damage. So that's Booming Blade. So roll damage.
Yes. So first off, the melee hit, which is a D8 plus 3.
Okay. 7, 10 damage. And Booming Bladed.
That's when it triggers.
No,
Yeah.
you roll the damage on Booming Blade when it triggers.
Yeah.
Like the initial hit is 10 damage because it's 7 plus 3.
Yeah.
And then you'll roll Booming Blade again when he moves.
Yes.
Okay. So that's your turn done. Carnation,
Yes.
yours?
Yeah. So I want to step up so that I'm just within 30 feet then.
Okay, that would be... You can go to about this square here would be good. So the square just here. So that's 5, 10.
Mm-hmm. And then I will drop the expeditious retreat because I want to concentrate on something else.
Okay, that's fine. That's just free to do. It probably would have run
Yes.
out by this point anyway. I just didn't want to take it
Oh,
from you if
yeah.
you wanted to keep using it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we spent a bit of time
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, you did.
So. You there. I mean, haven't you seen already how much damage we can do? Shouldn't you just give up and hand yourself in so we can tie you up and you can tell us all about um, who is really behind all this, and we won't harm you at all. And I cast suggestion.
Wisdom saving throw. Shit. I wasn't hoping for that. That's 8 hours concentration. Fuck. So. He sort of. You know. I think you might be onto something. Is that your turn?
Yeah, we'll step back again.
Okay, so move back to where you want to go to. So you said sort of give up and be restrained and answer questions about tell you who was really behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to walk around Otto towards you since you're
No.
the one.
No. Tell him to stay right where he is.
No, the suggestion's already happened. He's going to walk around you and walk towards where you were, and then just sit down on the floor.
The second he moves, Booming Blade triggers and puts him out of suggestion.
Roll a d8.
That.
Well, that happened.
Oh dear.
It's a high roll too.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
the full
this.
8. That's great. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's just as he put down his
That
weapon.
is
Yeah,
great.
he's gonna come over to you and give in, but the moment he moves, just what? Oh, you little! And then he's gonna keep moving towards you. So now you can attack opportunity him as him.
Attack opportunity, yeah.
Yeah. So let me check actually moving quickly. So 5, 10, 5, 10,
He
15,
did
20,
drop
25.
his weapon before he started
30.
moving, though.
He would have. You're correct. So he would have gone. So he would have dropped his weapon.
Yeah.
5, moved, gone back to pick it up, 10, and then 15, 20, 25, 30. So he moves where the end of his movement.
Yes.
So now you get the attack of opportunity against him. So roll for that. 13,
Okay.
that's plus what? No, but like, is 13 plus anything? It's like plus 3, isn't it?
13 plus 3.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. 5 damage, alright?
Plus 3.
Oh yeah, of course. So 8 damage. Starting to look a bit hurt. He's going to... What does he have as his attack options? He's going to make a range attack with one of his daggers.
No, he can't, because he has already used his action to pick up the items, and if he equips them, then that's his action.
Ah, right, of course. Yeah, of course it was his action to follow the suggestion, even though he only followed it for 5 feet. So yeah, he doesn't do anything, that's his turn. You still wasted his action, that was pretty good. Ilya, you'll go.
I will. Let's see. Wait, what was this again? That's 10 feet. Okay. I will just sort of like move next to him
Okay.
and then go for this.
Okay. That's your action then. So where are you moving next to him? Like here or here?
Yeah.
There, okay. So as you do that, the light within this room begins to dim as the wings just flare out from behind you. The only creature within 10 feet of you is the enemy, has to make a charisma saving throw. 8, which for you is 8 plus 2, so 10 plus your charisma mod, which is minus 1, so 9, DC 9. Charisma saving throw. Fails. Frightened of you until the end of your next turn. You also...
And is any of us within 10 feet?
No.
Nice.
No, it's only people within 2 tiles, basically. You also, once per turn, you can deal necrotic damage equal to your level when you deal damage with an attack or spell. But that was your action this turn, so that's all you can do. Otto, your turn.
How bad shape does he look like?
He's starting to look a bit hurt. Still above half.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna move into here. And let's see. While he's feared,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay,
Right.
so if he were to do an
Then-
athletics at this point, he
That
have
would be disadvantage, yes. So if you
Right,
want to
I,
contest athletics to grapple, he would be disadvantaged.
As I move in, I ask Ilya for. Wait, grappling hook. You still got it?
The what?
The grappling hook.
The grappling hook.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna request to take it off Ilya again and tie him up with it.
Okay. So make a athletics check, and he'll make one at disadvantage. Which would be 5. Okay. So yeah, you
He's tied up, right?
Yeah, he is now restrained.
Is there anything in the roof which I can hook it on?
No, it's flat.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab the hook end in my offhand
Yeah.
and use my bonus action to punch a hole in the roof and hook it.
Okay. You basically just throw the hook upwards, and it goes up, and just, and let me see how strong the roof is. No, he just crashes back down, and he takes. What's full damage? Ball bearings. Full damage is 1d6 for every 10 feet. So that would be he takes one bludgeoning from a 10-foot fall because the roof wasn't strong enough to hold the grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
It's just meant to keep the rain off. That's your turn, I think.
Yes.
Okay. It's now Carnation's turn. He
Yes,
is
so
restrained
he-
and he is sort of trying to fight it, but he's not doing very well.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Quite the bind you're in.
Oh no. Oh no. Wisdom saving throw. He just starts laughing. And now he's prone.
He's prone, restrained, and feared. Gotcha.
Yes. That is...
Does that mean that since he's prone, he has disadvantage on athletics, right?
I think so, but he had disadvantage anyway from the fear.
Yes, but that means that even if the fear goes off, that now means that he can't get out of prone without movement, which he needs to remove the restraint from.
But he doesn't have any movement, yeah.
Yeah.
Yumi!
Yeah, and he is unable to stand up for the duration.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna spend
Well,
his
at
turn.
the end of each of his turns, he can do.
Yeah. Well,
Gross.
end of your next turn. So he's gonna spend his action to do nothing because he's incapacitated. Ilya, if you damage him, the hideous laughter goes away.
Yeah, well, he can make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh right, yeah. But he's incapacitated. I think. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. Sorry, creature. And of each of its turns, so yes, a wisdom saving throw again. Yeah, he succeeds this time. So he's no longer.
No. I have a reaction.
Okay.
Because I think. Wait.
Do it.
Stop.
Yeah, because I had one and then I used the last. So.
Mhm.
Let me use my last level 1 spell slot to. Silvery Barbs.
Okay. Let me check the wording again on that. Which I'm sure you've just put in there. Must re-roll a d20 and use the lower roll. Okay, so he re-rolls his wisdom save. Okay.
You
And who gets the advantage on that
Um,
out of the three of you?
Otto.
Okay, Otto has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check or saving throw within the next minute. So yeah, he's failed his wisdom save on that, so it's now Otto's turn.
I haven't even done
this-
anything.
no.
Yeah, this man
it's
is.
Ilias.
This man is. Oh, it's Ilias.
Oh.
Yes, you're correct. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this man is prone, laughing, restrained, and is feared until the end of this turn for you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
if you
hit him now,
if you hit him, he loses. If you hit him, he has to make another wisdom saving throw. And has advantage on it if it's triggered by damage.
I don't know if I should.
I mean, you can just try and intimidate him into giving up the fight if you want.
But murder.
You're okay with it, and you don't get the information.
Shit.
That's why you're here, remember?
Uh-huh. Well, I wouldn't be able to intimidate him, I think, because I got -1 in that.
I mean, you can always. I mean, there is a homebrew which there's a home rule which allows you to use other stats for intimidate, like strength,
Huh.
depending how you try to intimidate him, of course. And he is magically afraid of you right now.
True, he is. Yo! Yo, me! I'm gonna sell you to fucking, I don't know, a zoo.
What is the cat doing?
She's acting like a monkey!
Oh, God. Anyway.
Trying to tear down my fucking cables and shit. But yeah, I will then intimidate him.
Okay. How?
I will. What
I
would
just
be a
thought
fun
of
one?
something.
What is it?
Can I help her with this intimidation if I forgo my action next turn?
Yeah.
Since we're next to each other in the initiative?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a flask of oil and start just slicking up the like where he is. Like it's not oil that would make him slippery. It's like engine oil.
Yeah, I figured it was flammable oil. Okay, so you're just pouring engine oil on his head.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Ilya doing?
Well, I will intimidate by Yumi. Fuck you. Go.
I'm just imagining Ilya just like keeps trying to stop, but then just like a cat just like jumps out of like the void, attacks her, and jumps back into Shadowfell. Shadowfell cat.
Maybe that was my friend. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, intimidate by saying that if he doesn't give us what we want, I will set him on fire.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
I still have a -1 on it.
Yeah, but advantage is advantage.
Intimidation.
And you have bless.
Yeah, and you do. So
True.
add a d4
Wait, fuck.
slash r space 1d4.
I mean, I usually just do it like this.
That works too.
Uh,
If it works, it works. Okay, yeah, so 20. The fear fades at the end of your turn. And he's like, he's still laughing. But so you don't know if it's gone through, yes or not. You can't respond. Otto, you've used your action.
Yummy!
Yeah.
Can
For my bonus action,
yeah.
I am going to move to here,
Okay.
take one of the tables,
Okay.
and flip it so that it's lengthwise upwards,
Okay.
and then hook the grappling hook on that.
Okay. Sure, I'll allow that. So now he's covered in oil, and he's sort of being hoisted onto a table, like upwards on the table. Carnation's turn. If she wants to do anything.
Let's see.
Ooh, I realized something.
Oh.
If you poison him, we can threaten him to give us the information, and otherwise we won't give him antitoxin.
How would I poison him?
And oh right, you used all your spells. Gotcha. I
Yeah.
have 3 antitoxin with me just in case, because I didn't know what we were up against. Okay.
Let me check Ilya's spells quickly.
Mm?
Just checking the idea. Go ahead. Sorry. Yes.
Well, I mean, the infestation is poison, but I mean, I don't want to damage him.
Yeah. Infestation also
and-
doesn't like it inflicts poison damage,
Yeah.
but it doesn't like
Yeah.
it poisons
Yeah,
its status.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was thinking I can.
Also, your disguise cell has been running through all of this because it's not concentration.
Indeed, so
So you
I
should-
look like a very short guard.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
They recognize the people in the other recognize you because that's the disguise you use to sneak out.
yeah.
Ooh, I have an idea now.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I something.
I think Tasha's is concentration, so you could end that if you wanted to. Tasha's is concentration.
Yeah. Well, the hideous laughter.
Yeah. Sorry, it's called Tasha's Hideous Laughter. It's just that the version doesn't have the name included.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Yeah, fair. I can drop that.
Okay. So as he sort of
Just see.
I'll talk.
As we exit combat, then I assume.
It depends on what combination reacts to this.
Oh, fun!
Okay. Yep, out of combat then, I guess.
I will have just used the right tool for the job to create a set of poisoners tools and start concocting a poison in the empty oil flask.
In front of
and
him.
go. Yes, and go. Oh.
Why are you going? No, he's like looking at you with like very, very scared right now. What are you What are you doing?
Oh, I guess we don't need this anymore, and I'll throw it just over my shoulder, and so that whatever liquid I manage to concoct is just like spilling out on the floor. Whatever effect that liquid has is your choice.
It's just as the wood starts sort of smoking a little. It's like, all right, what do you want to know? He's like, looking between like Ilya, who's like this sort of Deathbringer Asimar with the skeletal wings, this tiny little guard who has caused so much trouble, and also in the mech.
Yes, as he's asking this, I will pull out my crowbar and start doing like the tapping it in my other hand. I'm doing this with the mech still like having crossed arms, and I'm just doing this with my own arms.
Okay.
Well, it just so happens that one of us here Want to know a bit more of these kidnappings? And I use the crowbar to point over to Ilya.
He sort of looks over to her.
So, who is the mastermind behind all of this, and why are they doing this?
Well, sort of. Someone's a bit. The noble that owns this land pays me, and I pay the guards and the bandits bring in all the people who they find, and we set them to work in the mines to gather resources. And then if anyone we find here, at this site specifically, who is Fey or has Fey connections, thanks to the southern regions, inconsistencies, they get special treatment. Research, that kind of thing. He sort of looks towards Carnation. That was all he was saying.
You know, that's gonna react.
Well, I asked my question, so I wouldn't know what else to ask.
I mean, he's the noble who
Where are
owns
you
the land.
sending?
Yeah.
Where are you sending these kind of resources and the research data? And he then also leans over. Still, the mech is still standing completely still. He kind of leans over and just like covers his mouth as he goes. You wouldn't happen to have a copy of that research data?
GM of the main campaign, why don't you give me the answer for this one?
I don't know. You decide. It's your character.
I mean, well, the resources have to go somewhere, so they just... I don't know, they just get sold on. Highest bidder, probably, you know. We need miners to get the resources, and we need people to use the resources. That's how it works in this world. Sort of nods towards you a little shakily. You're a tinkerer, you can see that, obviously.
You know, the thing is, as far as I understand, or down there, not really that good for blacksmithing.
Well, it's not just blacksmithing it's used for, is it? You know, these are
Yeah, but
mountains.
You know. And he kind of leans forward and uses the back end of the crowbar to kind of prop up his shin. Artificing isn't really a big thing down here, is it now?
What isn't, sorry?
Artificing.
Oh, well, not really, no. Not that I'm aware.
And why would you be digging up ore needed for artificing? If this is so close to specifically the blacksmithing market.
Remind me which group was in charge of this operation again out of the three?
Seekers.
Which was
The mages and artificers. The wizards and artificers.
Yeah. Oh, right, I may have overheard something at some point. Just get this thing off my chin. He's like... looks very uncomfortable right now.
I'll go back to tapping it in my offhand.
Alright. The Seekers. You've heard of them, right?
I will look over to see if the other knows of them.
Neither of you two would have, since you're both fairly isolated, I think. Actually, hang on. Carnation, roll a history check.
No, she would not know this.
Roll a history check.
Okay.
You remember your mentor mentioning something at one point. As of course this is a group made of wizards and artificers, it's possible your mentor may have been part of it. So he mentioned it once, but didn't seem particularly interested in what they had to offer. Like mentioned like Sunday, so like some seekers came round or something like that. That's probably the extent of what he said.
Hmm.
Ilya, you've heard mention of groups in your travels, but you don't know much about them.
Mm-hmm.
So all you see is sort of Otto. All you really see is a sort of confusion, perhaps slight recognition on Carnation's face, and for Ilya, probably just the same.
What that a treat? I feel like there's some sussing out to do here.
Yeah, a lot of these. It's the druids to the north, right?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of these shipments end up going to the west of here.
Hmm. How about you tell us where these things usually are sold, and perhaps in exchange, I won't force you to participate in some Marcus and Breckie alongside the coppers.
Roll interrogation with advantage. He has no idea what you're talking about. He has a slight idea what you're talking about.
Plus the D4.
Plus a d4, yeah. He still has a slight idea what you're talking about. Like, are you trying to threaten me? You don't need to keep doing that. It's fine. Look, every couple of weeks we get some merchant who's in on the whole thing up here, loads up his carriages, pays us, and then waltzes off westward. Roll a auto roll a history check.
I suspect that's the carriage we met on the way.
The history check will tell you if it was or wasn't. It was.
Did I note anything in particular about the carriage?
No, you just realised that might have been the one.
Okay.
And going to the world map, he briefly explains to. He's sort of like, if you let me down, we can go into my room and I can show you a map.
No, Nate, I got a map right here.
All right.
Uh,
He points and says that the shipments are heading to this town over here.
okay.
Essentially, they're sort of traveling along the coastline, and end up over here at this town, where they can then be sent onwards to Avalon or be taken or westwards into the to the west corner, or be all taken further inland to one of the other regions. All right. What else do you need from me?
Do the others think that they have something?
No.
Oh,
Connection?
no, she doesn't seem interested anymore.
Okay.
In that case, how about we do this? I say and kind of stow away a crowbar. We'll let you go on one condition. You'll be pretending to run in this place like usual. Whenever the next shipment of recognizable papes come around, you sell them whatever you still got left, and then place this on them. And I pull out the ball bearing, which I magically tinker to be a sort of position tracker. Not like in a accurate tracker, but rough which direction, so to speak, it
Yeah.
is, I can tell.
Yeah, like the orb from Aureus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you put this in whatever shipment you send, right?
Yeah. Let me down. I'll do that.
That sounds like good. And I just punch the table to cause it to fall, to break apart and cause him to fall down.
Oof. He takes 4 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
And then I pull on the grappling hook to cause him to like spin around in place.
Okay, well he's not prone anymore, but he's still restrained.
Yep.
And I guess that
But I
unfurls
pull.
that.
I'm further
Okay.
the grappling hook from.
All right, he just looks at you, says like, picks up his weapon and sheaths it. I'm taking a fucking shower after this, bloody hell. Do you have to go pour that oil on me?
Prestidigitation!
What? Thank you. He says like, he's just sort of nods shakily as he's been magically cleaned off. I'll go and let the guards and whatnot know they won't be needed. He sort of looks between the three of you, sort of looks to Otto, backs up a few feet, leaning against the table, sort of out of your reach. So, about the gold from that shipment that's you want me to get. What do you want me to do with it?
Send in this address. And I pick out a scratched out address or to Nick's place.
What addresses are these?
To Nick's place.
Oh right, yeah, Nick's shop. Fair enough. He sort of looks like, right, I'll do that. He sort of looks to the door of his office and then, fuck it, I don't care anymore. He sort of leads you into his office. The door is just wide enough for your mech to fit in. And moving in, now that all of the walls are gone, you see a table with some documents. One of these documents is the Fey checking stuff, the research documents. One of them is a ledger of income and outgoings, the resources mined and whatnot. He's like scribbling away at his desk, trying to just mark down what you told him and whatnot, and puts the ball bearing like in a little cup on the on his desk, while you pour over the papers on the mid table. You see 2 chests in the room as well.
Okay.
Do you want to look at any of the papers specifically, or?
I kind of look at throw an eye over the research papers.
Roll perception or investigation, your choice. Depends how hard you're looking.
Investigation then.
Okay. You see a few things. Nothing particularly stands out to you. It seems
Bless
mostly
is still on.
roll it's 1 minute, I think.
Yeah.
Probably would have faded by now.
All right.
So I'll fade your concentration as well.
I'll guidance myself.
Fine. Yeah, Bless wouldn't have done anything, so guidance yourself then, and then roll the d4 for it. Okay, so 16. You're glancing over the papers, you didn't see anything that stands out to you. It mostly seems low level. Checking sort of like if there's innate spellcasting talents. It seems that many of the people seem to be Fey touched in the sense that they'll have access to spells like Misty Step and whatnot an infrequent number of times every day. There's not much in the way of actual spell casting. Most of it's just sort of seeing how contact with the Fey world influences people. Nothing overly complex or deep.
Can I try and figure out if I can use this, whatever they have found out as a sort of data to trying to understand more about how, in contrast to Fate Touch, for example, Shadow Touch.
Roll an Arcana check.
Guidance is still on, I assume.
Well, you just put it on, so yes. So roll a d4. Having been around Ilia for a while, though you yourself haven't journeyed any further north than this point, really, at any point in your working life. You're noticing the similarities between the Ilia's Shadow Touch self and sort of the feel of the Fey Touch that people you got around here. You get the sense that they're similar, but obviously from different sources. That you would surmise that Shadow Touch people would be more commonly found further north, around Bedlac.
Is there any like source of ideas to how the power is infested in one?
There's a couple of scribbled lines of theories, but most of them just mostly seems to be a general sort of they went there, and they were somehow Fey touched. It doesn't specify anything more than that.
Can I surmise if there's any consequences?
The consequences just seem to be the magic at the moment.
Okay.
Minor physical changes as well in some people.
Right. Look to the others to see if they have anything they want to do.
Yep.
Is there anything sort of kind of that seems to be magical in here?
You can't. Let me check something actually. Ritual casting, I believe you have. You can cast a ritual spell if you have it in your spell book. You do not need to have it prepared. So if you want to cast Detect Magic, if you have that.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't, no.
But
I can cast it though. So.
the only thing I was thinking was, well, if the Feywild background would just sort of make me. I mean, it says that I am drawn to magic, but sort of.
I would say that yeah, you could if you. I would say that yeah, if there was any.
My bond.
Yeah. I'd allow that. Yeah, you'd be able to sense anything. Give me a general. Let me check your numbers. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Since you have a pretty high mod on that.
Yeah. See.
You sense something in the chest here.
Ooh.
That
What's
seems
in
to
that
have.
one?
He sort of looks around to you and sort of sees your point and says, that's some of the belongings we took from those who have here. There's odd necklaces and rings and things like that. Lots of things from the Fae touch people who we get through here who seem to have some mental item that was imbued with something or other from the Fae world. They're here for research purposes. Though, he sort of thinks, I suppose there's nothing stopping you from taking them and giving them back to people.
Ooh.
He digs around in his desk and sort of pulls out a key.
I have at this point pulled out my thieves' tools and not had time to actually open it, and I once again have to stuff away my tools and go, oh.
He looks at you with an almost vindictive look in his eyes, seeing you do this. Now that he's just noticed, but sort of tosses the key over to Carnation. Roll a dexterity check.
Yes. Ah, yes. Dexterity.
Yes. Yeah, you catch it, no issue. You roll over to the chest then, and open it. Inside, you find a few Fey trinkets similar to your own. There's nothing specific here that catches your eye and those things. Just lots of little things that you can imagine that they would take from those if they found them on them. Similar to yours. You managed to keep yours by keeping them hidden. But you can see others here. There's also a necklace and a ring. You don't know what they do, but they give off sort of a slight magic and fey magic to them.
Ooh, these are nice. Although,
Yeah.
maybe people won't mind too much if I just keep these ones.
Yeah, he sort of looks at you, taking and sort of like, whatever. Like, you may though give everyone else still around here. You may as well You may as well give them back their stuff. The rest of it. You've got no use
Yes.
for it anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think you have the strength, but Otto would probably be able to carry the chest through the holes, the door and the hole in the wall back to the main room, so people can take the stuff back.
I do so, and while I'm there, I'm also gonna look at the mining gear and see if I can find a nice looking, decently maintained pickaxe to add to my collection.
Does your weight limit allow you to do that?
I would assume so now at this point, yes.
What have you used?
I've used up one oil, one powder ball bearings.
Have you like kept track of all of that?
Yes, I've kept track of that.
Okay, good. Let me check the pickaxe. I don't think it. Yeah, there's no results found, so I don't know what weight it would be.
I mean, assuming it's similar to, it should be slightly less than a crowbar. Since the crowbar is all metal, it should be like 1 pound less.
Well, if it's 3.5, you'll hit exactly 120.
Yeah.
So you've got to give up half a pound of stuff, possibly. But you've also like if I'd say you can probably find one that's pretty decent, but it would you probably have to sort all your inventory out to make sure you can actually carry it with you back with you. You find one that's good though. You also see a decent amount of half flame.
I will drain its energy and fuel the engine.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, so yeah, you get back that for free then. Well, are the two of you doing anything else in the room? There's like the shelves and the chest down here as well.
Since I didn't sense any magic from the other chest, I'm not interested.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out the chest.
I guess just. Did you say there were books?
There's like a couple of is it like one of these? This is like bookshelves, and there's like folders and files and stuff over here as well.
Yeah.
Looks to be like months or years worth of ledgers and keeping track of payments and shipments.
Yeah, just to make sure, she would just make sure that there isn't any spell books there.
Okay, give me an investigation check. What was Ilya doing?
Checking out the other chest.
It's also locked. He sees you looking at it and sort of like, that's where the gold's kept.
Well, is there any in there right now?
Make a persuasion check, and as you're doing that, you don't find any spellbooks on the shelves.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be rolling at advantage anymore.
But
But
why is it?
but it's fine. You rolled 17 on both.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, ugh, fine. Pulls out another key and throws it to you. Make a dexterity check.
Oh god. Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, you just about catch it. You hold the chest and pull it open. There's a pretty decent pile of gold here.
Yoink.
You get as Otto's coming back in, you see sort of Ilya pouring over this chest. You get about 600 gold.
Oh.
How do you want to distribute it between the three of you?
I would say if it's 600, you said,
Yeah, 600.
then wouldn't it be best to just give 200 each?
Group choice.
Not interested.
And Otto?
He will go. I'll go on an idea. If you don't mind, I'll take the gnome's share and then I will return it in the form of an item for you.
Sure.
So Otto gets 400 and you get 200?
Yep.
Okay, I'll mark that down for you. So you go from 193 to 393. And Otto goes from 258 to 658. And is now overweight.
Yep, and I'm just gonna hand over my backpack to someone who needs it in the other room.
What's in the backpack?
Nothing.
What did you take out of it?
Nothing. There was nothing in the backpack.
God damn it. Alright, fine. You do that then. Sort out your weight stuff then whenever you're ready.
Yeah, just gonna do.
Yeah. At this point, there's a knock on the far door. And one of the guards comes in, sees you guys and stops, and then sort of seeing the chief is sort of at the desk, sort of hurries over to him and sort of they start talking quietly about how much ore they've pulled up today. Sort of gives you a dirty look for draining the half flame, but like, all right, so that. He sort of turns as the guard leaves. He sort of turns back to Otto. A couple of weeks before the next, probably about week and a half or so before the next shipment. Assuming no more mining, probably looking at a couple of 100 golds worth.
Right.
Although, if he sort of thinks for a second, I suppose it's their choice if any of them want to make some extra on the side. But won't be from this money. Yeah, if any of the guards who stick around here decide to go mining themselves, see if they can find any gems or something, I might end up keeping them, but that's not my business.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you're probably looking at that 200 golds worth of stuff sent to Nick later.
Yep.
All right. He sort of looks like anything else.
Oh, I think that's about it. I'll be in nearby, so I'll know if that tracker was moved in a month or so.
Right. He sort of throws down his writing in frustration and stuff like, any idea where someone can get a job once this place dries up?
Well, could always use more people in the postie.
You're joking.
Aye. Look at me. I'm a good serving citizen working at the postie.
Oh, these are things. Tell you what, if that thing moves, he sort of thinks to himself, after the next shipment, we'll pack up shop here. I'll head down to, what's the town called again? Rosdeg. With the money for Nick. I'll probably wait around there for a while, and if you're around at that point, we can make sure the information works, and then we can see where you go from there, alright?
Sounds great.
Alright.
Good idea.
Just try not to threaten me again, please.
Defo.
Alright then. You, So the two of you, assuming there's nothing else to do, make your way out through the doorway and out to the front. Otto, with no other choice, you make your way back through the hole in the wall, back through the gate, and then jump over the fence. Make a acrobatics or athletics check for me, please.
Okay.
You leave a hole in the fence as you try to jump over it and fail.
Yep.
There's more repair bills for them. The three of you then, once you're outside, do you change...
I just mend it.
Yeah, okay. Do you end all of it or just the hole in the fence?
Just to hold in the fence.
Okay, fine. You sort of stood...
And then I will leave a note in the sand on the ground that says, "Repair it."
Okay. Do you change back to the carriage before you set off, or do you want to move away and then change back to carriage and set
No,
off?
I change back immediately.
There's some time. Okay, so you spent... Is that a short rest worth, or is that like a minute, like an action?
No, it's just an action.
Okay, yeah. So you get your stuff sorted, and you lost your advantage by this point from Silvery Bob's. After a moment or two of making sure that everything's all right, the three of you head off south back to Rostag.
You will hear on the way Otto mumbling as you head off, go, "So the pond's behind, eh? Maybe I should see if the Kiwis or the Janks are interested in this info."
Who, sorry?
I said, so the Poms are behind it. Maybe I should ask if the Kiwis or the Yanks are interested in this info.
As in, like, keepers, seekers, and the other third
I'm
group.
using so Yanks is usually Americans.
Yes, I know
I'm
that.
using that for the religious clerics,
Okay.
and I'm using Kiwi, which is people from New Zealand, for the druid.
God damn it.
And then Poms is British people, and thus that's the seekers.
I hate it. Okay. Alright, well, you make your way out of the rock formation. It's going towards evening at this point. And as the sun begins to set, that's where we'll end the session.